stage for the Tempe Improv. That's actually where you have to go if you want to buy tickets to see this man to my left.
Me. Yes.
Well, I guess if you take my gorilla, you can see the gorilla tonight too at the Tempe Improv.
I'm actually the real mascot in real life. I want everybody to know that. I've been the Phoenix Sun mascot for 9 years.
He's the guy that
Aired
dresses
that
in the big gorilla
Yep.
uniform.
And now you get to see my face.
And he does stand up on the side when he's not a gorilla.
On the side. I do. You have to come watch.
It's like primary career is gorilla.
Yes. But I'm shifting that over to stand-up now. Because it's very hot in this gorilla outfit, and the lack of respect is killing me.
That's so funny. All right, well, while we do this, I'm actually going to have questions coming in via Periscope.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to...
Good old Periscope.
So we're going to start this. There you are.
Da-da.
So we're going to be right there. And that'll be right
so
there.
So digital.
I know, this whole thing is very digital. So, Brent, you are in Arizona. You got in last night. You already had a show at the Tempe Improv, right?
I did. It was awesome. I love it in Tempe. I love it in Arizona. Everybody's so pretty.
But you do live in LA, right?
Yeah, I do live in LA.
And there are a lot of pretty people in LA.
Yeah, but they're fake pretty. This is like real pretty. I think it's because everybody can go outside all the time because it's so hot. Maybe that's what it is. It's just heat shedding weight.
Well, I know that people wear less clothing here.
Yes, maybe
so
that's
hot,
what it
so
is. Maybe it's just less clothing.
It could be just that. By the way, we're already getting hearts. Everyone who's watching on Periscope, feel free to ask questions to Brent.
Go ahead.
Pay attention over there so that we get your questions in. I've got a couple questions in from Twitter as well.
Okay.
One of them, this individual always asks this question. This is Ale. He always wants to know every comedian's favorite beer.
Favorite beer? My favorite beer would have to be Guinness. Yeah, I'm an Irishman, so I like the darker beers most of the time. If I'm hungover, a nice pale ale or something is good for me too.
Well, his name is Ale, so
really,
it's fitting.
Nice. Which writer is responsible for being most undateable? You know what? I'll tell you right now. The creator of our show is probably the most dateable human I've ever met. He's the hottest guy. And he's just a beautiful. He's the most attractive person. He's not on the cast.
What's his name?
Adam Steekiel. Good luck spelling that. There's a Z in there. I think it's Z. There he is. Most attractive.
Wow.
Just look how handsome this guy is.
Yeah, I feel like we have to show
terrible.
the viewers this.
Yeah.
He seems really dateable.
That is the creator of the show Undateable.
Wow. They need to see this.
Personal experiences in the show. Oh. Personal experiences.
Yeah, someone else asked that question. Rachel
asked,
that mean? Is Undateable about real experiences from like the different writers or cast members, or is it just kind of?
No, I think it was a title that NBC liked. They liked the title, but the show's not really. I mean, in the last episode, I'm engaged, and I've had a girlfriend every season. So
Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen it yet.
Oops. You can still watch it. It doesn't matter. I propose to her with the Backstreet Boys, and then I sing with the Backstreet Boys.
What song was it?
You Are My Fire. Yeah, I did that, which was like 8th grade dream come true for me.
I Want It That Way? Is that what it is?
I Want It That Way.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
That was a hit. That
was
like
a hit.
#1 on TRL for years.
It was
or like
TRL.
Months.
I remember TRL.
TRL was.
That was it.
You know.
When you had Carson Daly with black fingernails.
I know.
He used to paint his nails.
Now he's so proper in his suit.
I know.
On the Today Show.
Or whatever he does.
Speaking of Undateable, you guys switched from like a, regularly taped sitcom to this live format.
Yeah.
What inspired that?
We did a live episode last year, or the season 2, which was just an experiment. They were like, well, let's try it live. We have a bunch of comedians and people that are used to live performing. And we loved it. And it just seemed like it fit the show so well. Because all of us are so chaotic and we improvise and we're unprofessional that why not put those people on national television live every week? I could just tell NBC was very happy when we did it in season 2. And it got a great buzz. So I knew if we came back, I bet that we're going to be live. And we thought maybe we'd do like 2 live ones. And then they were like, NBC wants to do it all live the entire season, which is so crazy. And I honestly don't want to do it again if it's not live. Like it's the
So you
most
wouldn't
fun.
even accept a scripted version?
No, I won't do it again. Like
You'll quit.
I would quit.
You'll
well, I
leave
wouldn't
everyone
quit. I need the
hanging.
money. But
Did the wedding actually go through? No one knows.
we don't know. We left it open in the air. We don't know if we're coming back yet. So hopefully we do.
Someone on Periscope had asked, most aspiring singers here on the show always have to give a performance for us.
Oh, what?
They're reacting to the fact that you sang with the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, I know. I'm telling you, 8th grade, I had my own boy band. So I did, yeah.
What was the name of it?
It was just, we didn't really have a name, to be honest with you. But
So
we
can
went
you describe
classroom.
it? We could name it right now.
It was me and 3 other guys, all white, from Connecticut. So it's very hard to find a black man. I wish we had one, though, because it would have been probably a better band.
So
we just
four
went
white
around.
dudes.
We just went around each classroom and
every boy
sang
band.
"I Want It That Way" and stuff to girls. That's all we did. So to sing with the Backstreet Boys and have them be like, "Dude, you're really good," I was like, "Yes."
Did you get to bond with any of them? Was Nick
Oh,
your
yeah.
favorite? AJ, like
AJ I
who was
bonded
your
with.
type?
Nick and Brian. Me and one of the cast members played basketball with them, and we lost. Which really, I didn't want to lose to the Backstreet Boys, and I did. I bonded with all of them. Pretty much. They were actually really sweet. So anybody's a big Backstreet Boys fan, please know that they're very sweet.
I'm just going to be honest right now. I was Team NSYNC.
You were insane?
I
Well,
was.
I was too, actually, because I love Justin Timberlake.
I know, and we
That was
picked
my
the winning
guy.
team.
That's true.
Look at Timberlake.
I know.
Look at Nick Carter.
Remember when Timberlake brought out NSYNC at the MTV Movie Awards? Or whatever it is, Music Awards?
Yes.
And how fat they all looked? Like, you could just tell he was the star. No offense, NSYNC. You're probably really nice people.
I know. Where is Chris Kirkpatrick now? The rest of them are doing things. I met JC Chazé in New Orleans last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I totally fangirled.
Really?
It was like 4 a.m. and he's at a bar. He's very inebriated.
Oh,
And
good for
it's
him.
just,
Why not? Spend that money. You're rich. Do you have an outside jumper or just take it to the hole? I'm actually, no, I'm not kidding. I'm like Steph Curry, and that's the truth. I'm an outside shooter, but I also can handle and then drive to the hole. I'm Steph Curry if Steph Curry missed 80% of his shots. But I do hog the ball a lot. Like, it's my ball. It's my best, battle of the best is what I always say out there. Not a big team player.
So you're Kobe.
Yeah,
So you're a little more like
because I'm
Kobe.
finesse. Like, there's a lot of finesse. You go like, wow, he's got a lot of Steph Curry in him.
Are you a big basketball fan in general? Like
I am. I'm a huge. That's my favorite sport. A huge
favorite team?
Favorite team. It's too hard for me.
I
It's
just
too
got
hard.
back from All-Star Weekend. It was
I'm
crazy.
jealous you got to go.
It was freezing,
wanted to
so
go.
don't be. It was like negative 10 degrees.
I know, but I just want to be friends with ball players. That's all I want in my life.
Who's your,
I had dinner with Steve Nash. Speaking of Phoenix,
That's
I was
huge.
surprised. I didn't know he was going to be there. I have a friend who's on Team USA Soccer, and he wanted to have a guys' day or night, and so he asked me, and it was me, Steve Nash, a soccer player named Stu Holden, and this guy Kyle Martino. And Nash showed up last. He never told me who was coming, and I was like, "Oh my, that's Steve Nash, 2-time MVP, Phoenix Sun," you know. And we spent the whole night together, and we got wasted. And I was with him till like 5 in the morning, and he saw me do stand-up, and I had to tell them to stop heckling other comics.
was he wasted when he watched you?
I got him pretty drunk.
I mean,
get
he is
people very drunk.
Canadian, and
Yeah.
Canadians are kind of known for their
It was
alcohol intake.
a fantastic evening, and then we ended up at a nightclub because he was single, I was single, and we just went to town. And then he tackled me into a couch, and I was like, "We're best friends." It was fantastic.
This is all true.
Yep. I just tweeted him actually to ask for restaurant recommendations. I'm really hoping he writes me back because it'll be embarrassing if he doesn't.
That would be really
Just-
awkward. Did you ever think growing up when you were watching Steve Nash that one day he would tackle you?
Yes, actually, oddly, I had weird dreams like that.
Did you ask Steve?
No.
The problem with Periscope is then the questions
Yeah.
disappear unless you're staring right at it. But I'm gonna.
And yes, I did. No, I'm kidding.
How is stand-up different from sitcoms, and which do you enjoy more? Rachel's asking.
Tough question. Stand-up, I enjoy it more, but it's very close. It's different just because stand-up is me. Like, that's me. I could just do me, be me, my point of view. And doing the sitcom, I play a character who is oddly and very different from me in real life. He's very clean-cut, very shirt tucked in, lovable loser, and I'm a stud. So it's very different. So, and you have to stay in the parameters of whatever the story is and what the script is, and you have to be able to play with other people. So.
Right. And I know the show also stars Crystal and a handful of others. Were you friends with most of the cast going into the show, or did you bond after you guys were all cast?
Yeah, oddly, actually, I've known Chris since I was 18. Like, we've been friends for about 10 years, 11 years. So we knew each other. We were like brothers already before we even did the show. So it's just odd we got to be in the same show. And then Rick Glassman, who's in the show, I've known him for like 8 years, and we live and still live in the same apartment building next door to each other. And he was a waiter, and I was a production assistant when we got cast on the show. And we would carpool to the test, now we carpool to work. Isn't that crazy?
Where do you guys tape? The NBC lot?
Warner Brothers.
Oh.
Warner Brothers.
That's the thing about like Hollywood and television entertainment. I know a lot of people out there just assume that you would tape on the lot that your show is broadcast on.
It makes sense.
One of the misconceptions out there, guys.
Yeah, but Warner Brothers produces our show, so they're in charge of us. Both of us.
So when you're at Warner Brothers and you see the big tower, did you watch Animaniacs?
Yes, I did, yeah. I do see the tower, and I do think about the Animaniacs, all right?
Oh, my gosh. Renee asking who was his favorite musical guest on NBC's Undateable?
That was Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran was the best because we bonded the most, I think. He did the first live show that we did season 2. He was nice enough to come on and do the show. And after that, between the East Coast and West Coast, because we taped 2 live shows, one for the East Coast, one for the West Coast.
That's so considerate.
Yeah.
That's really...
It really is, actually.
Really
and it's a lot
is.
of fun because you can watch both versions on Hulu, and it's different.
Mm-hmm.
But we did the East Coast, and I wasn't drinking, and I decided to give myself a shot in between the shows, so I have a shot. I go to hair and makeup. Lauren, our hair lady, goes, Brent, why do you smell like tequila? I said, relax, I had a shot, I earned it, we were live. Okay, first time doing that, let's calm down. And then they laugh. I don't realize Ed Sheeran's in the room. Ed, it's like the seas parted, and he's right there, and Ed goes, oh, mate, you doing shots? You should come to my room, I got the good stuff. And I'm like, haha, all right, Ed Sheeran. And then he leaves, and they're all looking at me, hair and makeup. They go, what are you doing? And I go, it's Ed Sheeran. I'm not going to say no to Ed. So I go to his dressing room. He's got 3 guys in there that look like extras in Snatch. And he's got the lights off except on the tequila. And it was very considerate. He had limes cut. He had everything laid out. It was a very nice presentation. And so we did one shot. And then he's looking at me. And he's like, is that all you're going to do? I'm already 4 in. And I'm like, shit, he's a rock star.
And he challenged you. You can't say no, right?
Yeah, so I did it. I had about 4 shots or 5 shots. And I was a little drunk for the West Coast. And he was wasted. And then he made out with me on live television. That wasn't planned. And then after that, we just bonded. We ended up staying at that studio until 4 in the morning and blacking out.
When you swap saliva, that's a pretty deep bond.
And I woke up the next day to a text message from Ed Sheeran. And I don't even remember getting his number. It was a crazy night.
That means Ed Sheeran's really considerate, though. He texted you the
great.
Next day.
Then he played the Hollywood Bowl 3 months later. 4 hours before the show, I texted him, and he got me 2 front row dead center tickets.
Wow.
And then we got drunk at Saddle Ranch later that night and talked about love.
Wow.
Jealous.
Saddle Ranch has great biscuits. They do. What is your favorite thing to do for inspiration? Who is your comedic icon?
Oh, it's too hard. It changes. I mean, I look up to people like Louis C.K., Don Rickles, Jim, Jesus, I almost said Jim Pryor, Richard Pryor, George Carlin for sure. Bill Burr is one of my favorites as a fellow New Englander myself. Dane Cook changed the game in a lot of ways. Doug Stanhope for sure. Love him. Somebody mentioned him. He's amazing. Those are the kind of people you watch and you go, I need to keep working. So I'm inspired by people that are better than me. That's a good answer.
How did you fall into stand-up, or was it something you always wanted to do from childhood?
I kind of fell into it because I was in film school and I was 18. I couldn't do anything but go to the Laugh Factory, and I saw live for the first time, and I just felt like
Who was the first comedian you saw?
Dan Cook. And I was like, whoa, I feel like I could do that. And so I tried it, and I sucked for a long time, and now you be the judge. Come to Tempe Improv tonight.
That's true. You can come to Tempe Improv tonight, and those of you who are not in the Phoenix or Arizona area, you can watch him on your Netflix special.
Yes, right? I got that. I got one of those.
That's really exciting.
Hell yeah. And I'm Brent Morin is what it's called.
I want to pull up the trailer.
Oh yeah.
So we can do that
there
here. I can do things like this.
What interesting. So that just goes in that box and people can see that?
Yeah, they will when I decide to switch over. Boom, they can see it now. Oh, I should also put Twitter down here. So yeah, viewers can see this. As you can see, I started watching it. Stopped at 101 though.
Oh, that's good. That's very inspiring. That makes you feel good.
I had to do more work. I was running around.
The next owner of the Playboy Mansion, I don't have $100 million. If I did, then yeah, probably.
Have you been in the Playboy Mansion? I mean, you have so many epic stories right now.
I know.
Between getting drunk with Ed Sheeran and having biscuits with him.
And getting drunk with Steve Nash. A lot of it involves just getting drunk with odd
Who was
people.
your favorite person to get drunk with?
Oh, that's a tie between Ed Sheeran and Steve Nash.
Oh, so those were the two epic drinking moments of life.
Those were the best. Yeah. Did you get an email from Jeb Bush?
Oh my God.
Sorry, her email was up, and it just said Jeb Bush.
Okay, can I explain this really quickly?
Like, Jeb Bush email you?
All the time, and I get it from his, dad, and can I tell you how sad the Jeb Bush campaign is? So, about a month ago, I was on Facebook, and there was this targeted ad, win a dinner with Jeb Bush, and I was like, okay, maybe they saw my search, my search terms that I'd use because of work. So I'm like, I'm going to just sign up because I want to win a dinner with Jeb Bush. Why not? I was also angry, though, because when I was in Miami, his people did not let me into his art event. I was like, look, whatever. Anyways, I sign up. All they do is take your email. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a scam.
Oh.
They have been using my email nonstop. And I get emails. There's that one. And I don't know if, let's just search Bush.
You have a lot of Jeb Bush emails.
And then President George W. Bush is big,
Yeah, why is he writing it? Why is President Bush writes you?
Yeah. This is real. Jeb Bush, his mom, Barbara Bush.
Oh, boy.
Lindsey Graham has reached out, his son.
So basically, Jeb Bush is kind of like door-to-door salesman.
Whoever's on his marketing team.
It's like a telemarketer.
Well, the only reason I haven't blocked them is because they're so funny to read. I just take screenshots and send them to my friends. Latest.
Well, it is funny to just see Jeb Bush.
But they're so desperate. Like this one, Jeb Bush Jr. Sami, I had to reach out quickly. I'm on the road with Dad, and he just asked for an update on everyone that has stepped up and chipped into our $250,000 South Carolina fundraising show. I was about to show him your name, but according to the report, you haven't given yet. This has to be a mistake, Sami. I'm telling you, this is just one of many. I wanted to start a Tumblr of just all my emails from Jeb Bush's campaign because they're so ridiculous. That's just one, every single one. Let's see what the president said.
What are you doing later? What?
Oh, man. He's probably just saying that I was a better president than my brother ever will be, or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, back to you.
Yes.
We're not here to talk about Jeb. We're here to talk about you.
Perfect.
Let's get back to this trailer, and we can watch it together. Everyone.
Hey, whoa, hey.
Yeah.
I need to see a pass, man. You can't read? That's a VIP. You don't look very important at all.
Okay, it's a personal attack. I'm Brent Morin. It's
Who?
This is my my first comedy special for Netflix, and I'm about to go on stage in 5 minutes. I have to get in there.
You have to.
Look, I have to go, okay? Yeah! I know who I am. I stumbled across the British X Factor. You ever seen that in your life? That hits the heart right away, where the host is like, what's your name? Kid's like, I don't have a name. I do want to be in love. I'm not ready for a relationship. As a man, I think you find somebody out of your league, and then you trick her. And you pray she doesn't catch on. That's the goal. You pray she doesn't come down like, I was just thinking about us. No. Oh, hey, I'm funny, hey, This is the worst time in history to be a drunk, by the way, hands down. We're too connected as people now. These smartphones, I shouldn't be able to get drunk alone in my bedroom with the door locked and ruin everything. You could email your boss. All you need is the first letter, T for Ted, subject all caps. Fuck you, Ted. This is how all hot guys look all the time. You ever notice they laugh like they don't know what laughing is? Just, You know what is baffling, though? Is how kids are sleeping with their teachers. We could have done that?
Boom. Watch it, please. It's very entertaining.
That is so fun. Is he really responding to questions on here? Our cat.
Yes.
Why
Yes,
do
our
comedians all sound so confident?
Because we're really cripplingly insecure. That's what it is. It's a cover.
It's a defense mechanism?
Oh, yeah. You guys know where Somali. I mean, I don't know, but let me know.
These viewer questions are amazing. So, in addition to doing Undateable, you're also in the film How to Be Single. I'm like, what is it with these relationship
I
titles?
don't know what's going on.
What is your
The business has a certain
Do you
thing
need
about
help
me.
with relationships?
No, I'm a happy man.
Okay, good.
I can't complain. Why isn't there more views? Thank you. I know, Arcat.
Well, they're all on YouTube, or
Yeah.
not on YouTube, but on our fox10phoenix.com. This is just
Go
the
see
way
How to Be Single, by the way. I'm in there playing a kind of a sexual deviant or a hopeless romantic. You tell me.
Our cat saying, "Hey, I'll date you."
Thank you, Arcat. You've been so nice. I don't know that language, Fantastic Moon.
I don't know. Is it Russian?
I don't know.
I think you have fans in Russia. He's not rushing to find love.
Thank you, Mike.
Mike Huel obviously knows you very well since he's
Apparently,
answering.
yeah.
Or he's answering the questions on your behalf. Here's a question from Fantastic Moon, who's asking in Russian what you're doing tonight.
How do you know that?
I just made that up.
Oh.
Like, what?
Well, that's a good segue. Tempe Improv, 2 shows.
I
Come on out before
know.
it sells out, because it will. Or it won't. I don't know. If you... if you scope it, they will come. Speaking of movies that make me cry, Field of Dreams. It was a good reference. I cry a lot.
Have you cried on stage?
Yes. Well, on that British X Factor bit, I can make myself cry pretty easily sometimes if I'm in the mood. And so I had to say sometimes if I'm in the mood because I don't want to do it right now. And
I'm not gonna
sometimes
ask
on
you
stage
to.
I've done it. Yeah. I've cried laughing on stage when I'm having too much fun.
Are you usually drunk in those moments?
No, actually, surprisingly. I don't like to be drunk on stage, really.
Because you have more control over your
Yeah, because I don't know what's going to happen if I'm too drunk.
Lindsay and Blair, I cry when I see Ted Cruz. I hope they're tears of fear or sadness.
Are you super sensitive? I am super sensitive. That answers that question.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So we were just talking about Jeb Bush, and now he's
A set of shared principles
right
and
there on the screen,
What's he doing?
begging for people to vote for him.
Oh, poor guy.
He's in South Carolina. Then you have
got
his
long
arch
arms.
nemesis right here.
Trump?
Right here. He's also in South Carolina.
It's weird because I see News Now and I had my name, but I saw that, so I got a little like, oh my God, is he talking about me?
He might be. He's like, come on, guys. Go see Brent in Arizona. They can fly back to South Carolina so you can
Yeah.
vote for me tomorrow in the primaries.
Go to the Tempe Improv.
Yeah, let's do this right now, if you're down.
Yeah.
Since I have the volume down on Trump,
Uh-huh.
why don't you tell me
Oh
what
my
Trump is
God.
saying?
We need more walls. We need better hair. We need more confidence and pointing. And look how angry I am. You see, because of you. I hate you. Let me fix this mic for a second. It's little. Anyway, here are some points I want to make. 1, let's write down our names and send it to your grandmother. 2, let's look at each other in the face and say, good work. 3, let's put together a bunch of bread and make sure people are aware of that bread. And then cut it in half. Cut it. And then, share it with your friends. You can share it with you guys. That's up to you. Anyway, what was I talking about? That's right.
That was pretty amazing.
He seems like he's swearing. He seems volatile right now.
He's probably talking about the Pope. He has beef with the Pope now. I don't know if you saw that yesterday. The Pope was trending all over Twitter.
Has he hated the Pope or something?
No, the Pope came out and basically questioned Donald Trump's Christianity. Like, I don't know if he's even Christian. And then Donald Trump got really upset.
Oh, wow.
So now Trump has beef with everyone, including the leader of the Catholic Church.
I kind of like that one, though. That's kind of funny.
The fact that he has beef with the
With the
Pope?
with the Pope. I mean, you're just really reaching for everyone.
Right. He's equal opportunity.
He's about to fight an orphan.
Excuse me, comedian, do you have kick?
I don't know what that is, but
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
it's probably something offensive.
He got in a fight with me.
Who got in a fight with you? Trump?
I don't know what
Oh.
our cat is saying. I'm gonna check Twitter again. Any tweets? You guys can always tweet us. You can ask questions. You're in Arizona. How often do you come here?
Quite often, actually. Living in LA, it's pretty close. So I've been here probably my third, fourth time in the last year, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, for just either one-nighters shows or I came for the Super Bowl, actually, too. One of my Patriots are in it. What?
Congrats, I guess. New
was
England
amazing.
fans are the worst. No fun.
It's okay. I'm from New England,
I know.
so I'm allowed. Tom Brady is God.
But you guys, are you a Celtics fan too?
Yeah. I'm everything
Red
Boston.
Sox?
Oh, yeah.
What other teams do you guys have?
Does Amy Schumer steal jokes? No, she doesn't. She's also very sweet. Also, I don't know. She is very sweet, though.
Well, speaking of joke theft, though, I mean, if there are really successful comedians out there that go to an open mic, no one will really know if they're stealing their jokes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not right at all, by any means.
Success brings haters, too. So sometimes people kind of think like, oh, this person took this bit from so-and-so. Sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes people steal from successful comics. And the successful comic is easier to hate on. It was good. I should be a politician.
Well, I think that's the whole thing. The more famous you are, the more haters you have. Are you on Snapchat? Do you watch DJ Khaled's Snapchats?
No.
He basically preaches that, though. That idea.
Which actor doesn't watch his own movies? I haven't seen How to Be Single, but that's not because I don't think it's a good movie. Go see it, please. I'm really good at promoting. They should have had me on the circuit. I don't really watch Undateable either. I don't like watching myself.
Do you get too self-critical?
I do. It's never going to be good. I'm a perfectionist and I hate myself, so it's a bad combination.
That's why you just take your hatred to the stage.
Yes, I do care if audiences scope my act. Somebody just wrote that question.
Oh, that is a good question, actually.
I care. I don't want people to tape it, and I don't want people to scope it because it ruins it when I want to do another special. I don't want people to see it. You have to come live and see the process.
What about Snapchat? Because Snapchat disappears in 24 hours if they take a quick
so
snap.
does Periscope. It's
That's
just,
true.
I don't really, unless it's planned out where I'm like, let's Periscope this act tonight, and then I'll do some weird stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's fair. That's fair. Paul, okay, that's inappropriate.
Yeah. Do you have a flat
Too
Ronnie?
soon.
I love
Too
flat
soon.
Ronnie. I don't have one on me now. That's from the show. We have flat Ronnie from Howard Stern in our show. Obviously talk about, so it's hard to do comedy without stepping on toes. Very true. People do talk about similar topics, relationships, airports, whatever, traffic. I mean, you can only talk about so many things. It's just your point of view on whatever that thing is. That's what separates you. So the thing that people get all worked up about is when somebody's point of view is stolen. You know, do you work clean or dirty? I could do both, but this will definitely be dirty.
Albert.
My girlfriend says you're hot. Albert, you just made my day.
You should bring your girlfriend to the show tonight.
Yeah,
That would be really
Albert.
rough. I mean, she's going home with you still, Albert.
You
Don't
should
worry.
have high pitch on Undateable. Who's high pitch? I don't know
I
any
know,
artists.
SJW.
How did you start?
I
You
guess
did that
Paul
one.
missed that question
Yeah.
or missed that answer. You'll have to rewind, Paul.
Why do the majority of African Americans like basketball? I don't know. Is that a setup to a joke? I really don't know how to answer that.
Well, I mean,
Because they're cool and it's the greatest game?
and they're very good at basketball.
Oh, see? It is a setup to a joke.
Oh,
Nice job.
inappropriate.
Fake KG.
You should. Okay, our cat just wants. I don't know.
Bye. That's how I do my act. I say one joke and I go, I'm out of here. Bye. Please do that at a pita pit or something.
Okay.
I just went to Pita Pit yesterday. That's why I mentioned them for some reason.
So you need food recommendations while you're here in Arizona.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my friend Steve Nash to let me know.
I hope Steve Nash
The interviewer is
replies.
even hotter. Yeah, I agree.
Thank you, Albert. The majority of I don't want to get into any
Yeah.
racial issues. What is Undateable about? Angela wants to know.
It's about a group of friends that without each other would probably be very lonely. That's the one-liner for you. But it's basically just a bunch of psychopaths that they let go live on television, and we're just making fun of each other and ruining each other's reputations and embarrassing each other on national television.
And it's fun when it's live because you can tell that there are moments that are improvised. You can tell that there are moments where you guys are just holding those laughs in.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't want to react.
Oh yeah, and there's our boss Bill Lawrence loves to throw each other under the bus, give Chris something to say about me that I didn't know he was going to say, like nobody's going to watch your Netflix special, or you've gained weight since the beginning of the season. I mean,
Craft services, though. How
I
can
know.
you say no?
I know.
It's really hard to say no to free food, guys.
it really is, and especially when it's displayed, I feel like I'm in like Neverland. Just imagine it and you can eat it. That's how I feel.
I see that you're grabbing the gorilla again.
Because he's my guy.
You should take a picture with this and tweet it to Steve Nash.
Maybe he's already tweeted me.
We should check. Did you just tweet him?
Yeah. Damn it.
Fingers crossed. I don't know how frequent
Rick
of it.
Glassman's dad just favorited it. Damn it. Come on, Nash. You that busy?
You need a picture with that gorilla because I'm not letting you take it.
What? See you tonight.
just got the
Yay.
gorilla.
Somebody's coming tonight. Nice. We look important here.
We do. We look like we're really serious.
Save photo. I be able to Instagram it.
It is grammable. Holy.
What?
No, they were just making inappropriate jokes. Some of the people, it's because you can't.
Yeah, I know.
You can't really censor the things that come up on Periscope, so, you know, there's that. And you guys can always tweet us as well if you have any questions on Twitter. Feel free to send them over.
Killed it last night. Seriously, could not stop laughing. Best show I have seen in a long time. That's from somebody last night. So get out there.
I think you guys should go see it. I might go see it.
Yeah, come
I'm
out.
not that far from the Tempe Improv.
Yeah, why not come? I don't know why.
Are there any Suns games this weekend?
There is.
Are you going to go?
Yeah, there's 2. They play the Spurs on Saturday, I think. How do I know that? I'm a huge basketball fan, so I looked it up because I was hoping they'd play Golden State.
Yeah, no, they just played Golden State, and they were the hardest tickets to get.
Uh-huh.
They were the only tickets that were ever overpriced for the Suns game.
Soft kitty. Do you come to Canada to do shows? I do. I do the Montreal Comedy Festival a lot. They play the Rockets today?
Yeah, no, yeah, that's today at 7:30. It's gonna
I'll be at my
conflict.
show.
I went to the
Spurs.
Rockets. The Rockets were here 3 weeks ago.
That's
and
what I
we almost beat them. We
really?
almost beat them, yeah, and then we blew it at the end of the fourth quarter like we do with every game.
I do know a lot of Mexicans, yes.
And then the Spurs, Sunday at 3 p.m.
That's
You
going to
gonna
be a
make
loss.
it?
No,
I mean,
I'll
they're
be on
really
a plane.
good.
My
Oh.
flight's at 3 p.m. back to LA. Wait, that's Sunday. No, I
That's-
will be here.
Yeah, because don't you
I
perform
have a
on
show
Sunday?
on Sunday. Monday I leave. I'm going to look into tickets for that, actually.
Can make that happen.
I can.
You can.
Yeah.
There you go. We just made your day. You can go say hi to Tim Duncan.
And Tony Pacquiao.
To Nobley.
He's French, so that's how he says his name. Pacquiao. Tony Pacquiao.
I mean, just a heads up, we're probably gonna lose.
Oh,
Suns.
well, yeah. I mean, the Suns will probably lose. And I hope they lose if Nash doesn't write me back. So, that's on you, Nash.
Steve Nash, please, if you're watching, write Brent back on Twitter.
Or he gets it.
Or the gorilla.
Or I'll kill this guy. Please, Nash, write him back. I don't do political humor. I don't read enough to know a lot of things about politics to answer that question.
Jay Forsney, thank you for asking that question. We did a little bit of politics a few minutes ago. You guys
That's
can always
true.
rewind it. You can always,
Yeah.
can always watch the full interview. Those of you who are on Periscope, you can go to foxandphoenix.com and watch the whole thing. You can rewind it. It'll be there. And
Yeah.
it'll then end up on our YouTube channel, so you can watch it if you missed it the first time around.
When's Michael Jordan coming back? That's a good question.
Can I tell you a Michael Jordan story?
Always. It's my
A couple of
favorite
nights
guy.
ago, Friday night,
Uh-huh.
I'm at the Jordan party.
Oh, nice.
And in Toronto, and I'm here. Someone bumps into me. Turn around. It's Michael Jordan. He was walking over to speak to Clay Thompson, and he was telling Clay, "I hope you guys beat my record."
He said that?
Yeah, I was so shocked. Well, I didn't hear that part. Then Clay told us after that that's what he said. I don't think he'd make that up.
Unless he's trying to be charming.
That's true. He could have been doing that, but I believe him because
cool.
now it's out in the world. I just said it, on.
Man, that's so... Because Jordan's the number one person I want to meet. Growing
I
up,
was-
I idolized him.
I was genuinely starstruck. I just stared and I just.
So you got to go to all the parties and everything?
Well, one of my friends, she's the courtside reporter for the Warriors,
Oh, that's a job.
and so by default, she's friends with all of them. So
Oh, yeah. So what, she got invited?
she was invited to the Jordan party, and then I was already out there for All-Star Weekend, so she just had me come with her.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's... What a friend.
I know.
That's a good friend.
Cool.
The guy with the racist joke is back.
Well, anyways,
Nice.
so you love basketball. You're gonna go see the Spurs now,
Yes, I think I'm going to go see the Spurs Suns. Go check out that stadium.
and then you guys can go check out Brent
Yes, at the Tempe Improv.
at the Tempe Improv, or in the audience at the Suns Spurs game,
Yeah.
or both.
At both. Meet me
And-
at the Sun Spurs game.
You can find him on Twitter at Brent Morin.
Yes.
Instagram.
Brent Morin. It's all the same.
Are there a lot of Brent Morins out there, or were you able
No,
to get your name
I
on
got it.
everything?
I got it all.
Wow.
Brent Morin for everything.
So, Instagram.
Brent Morin Instagram, Brent Morin Twitter, Brent Morin Facebook. I'm Brent Morin Special.
Oh, I also I just want to acknowledge you. I like your web address.
Oh yeah, BrentMore.in. That's
clever.
because somebody bought my .com, and so I had to use .in for now.
Oh.
But a fan bought it back, my .com, and so I will be a BrentMorin.com very soon.
Okay. So he's
So
Brent
I have
Morin
it across
almost
the
everywhere.
board, yes.
And you're not on Snapchat.
I am on Snapchat. That's Brent Morin as well.
So you guys can
I'm
find
gonna
him
start
at-
doing more Snapchats, by the way.
You can. All right, guys. Well, I have to let him go. I'm going to leave you guys with...
The bird guy with the beard. Talking about Chris. Chris does look like a bird. A tired bird.
I heard Justin Bieber's favorite comic is Crystalia, right?
Yeah, whatever.
What?
Ed Sheeran loves me more.
Has Justin Bieber visited Undateable yet?
Not yet. No, Chris is playing it too cool. Too cool. He should be asking Bieber. I would have been doing it already.
Yeah, I feel like every comedian, at least that I'm friends with, has posted from backstage there. Like, I feel like everyone kind of
Everybody.
goes and
It's a
hangs
party
out.
there. Yeah. If we come back, come. It's a complete party back there. We have an open bar and a live lounge. And
This is how he gets drunk between shows, guys.
Yes, and you have bands, and it gets crazy. No, that's why I stay away from all that stuff, because I would be drunk between shows. So unless Ed Sheeran is there, then
Or Steve Nash.
or Nash. Like my hair, I just woke up like this.
Okay, Beyonce. All right, and on that note, I'm going to let Beyonce Morin go.
That's actually a beautiful name. I'll name my daughter that.
Or maybe you can get Beyonce. You can steal her from Jay-Z.
Man, that'd be cool. Damn it.
You know, you never know. Most celebrity
Couldn't handle
couples
that woman.
eventually end.
I know, but they seem perfect.
They do.
Yeah, that's king and queen.
It's true. All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'm going to walk Brent out. I'm going to leave you with, do you have a choice between Jeb Bush and Donald Trump? I'm going to go with Donald Trump. Sorry, Jeb.
Go ahead, Jeb. Relax with the emails.